Hello and welcome. This is Chris-Ann. I'm coming at you from Elemental Energies with Chris-Ann. Today we are going to be making some cluster belly bands. So I thought we could use up a lot of the stuff that we have in our stash, both tools and supplies, paper, all of that fun stuff. So let's use it all, let's put it all together, and let's make very functional things with it. So let's get started. I, of course, have some black cardstock. I love to use black cardstock as backgrounds for everything. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut some of these to be the base of the belly bands. So if you don't know, a belly band is a piece that you put into a journal that is the full length of the journal. The ones that I make go this way. You can make some that go this way too. But the ones I make go this way, and then you can tuck something behind the belly band. So let's make these about two, let's see, should we do three? Yeah, let's make some wide ones. Let's do a couple wide ones. So we'll do 3 inches for this one. We'll do 3 inches for this one. We'll do 2.5 for this one. And let's just see if this is, oh yeah, and that's 2.5 as well. So 2.5, 2.5, 3, 3. So we have these 4 that we're going to make. Now, the thing that I thought that I could layer over it is my coffee dyed paper. The black paper is cardstock. This is copy weight paper. So the first one that is 3, we are going to do 2.5. So it's going to fit like that. So we're going to do 2 at 2.5. And then the other 2 we're going to do at 2. And I have all my fans going because it's hot. Crazy hot. I don't have air conditioning. It's hot and it's muggy, and we have this for another project or to use within this. So let me move these out of the way. And then the next thing that I want to do is I want to do some inking, and I think I'm going to do my brown walnut stain Distress Oxide on the edge, obviously, of just the coffee stained paper before I go and glue all of these down, so we can layer all of these. Now before I glue this down, I might do a little bit of stamping on it. So let's just get all this inked up. I like my ink to really come in. I like my ink to be seen. I am not a delicate inker. There's that one. And I have a whole bunch of different papers, different stickers, stencils, stamps. I might stencil some of these too. I like multiple layers of things. I mean, I know a lot of us have made clusters, we've made belly bands. If you're a journaler, it's kind of a regular thing to make. So craft along with me as I use up some of my supplies to create these. I'm really excited to see my subscriber numbers are climbing. So thank you very much for that. I would like to start doing some YouTube lives, so I need to get my numbers up there, and I want to get my channel monetized because I do a video every single day, and I love doing a video every single day. I don't record a video every single day. Sometimes I sit down and I record 4 videos in a day, or 1 video every day for 4 days, whatever it is. However it works for me in that moment is what I do. So let's see what we have for stencils here. See if anything jumps out at me. I kind of like this one. See if I can do it with this one. Yeah, I like that. That looks good. I'll do that on one of the skinnier ones. I like that. I like lots of layers of things. You know what? Let's just keep going with this one. Nice. Okay, now let me see what I have for some of the stamps that I pulled out. Let's see what we have here. Oh, stuck. Hold on. Okay. My fan fell over. I'm going to put my fan back. Oops. Dropping my paper punches. Okay. Let's stamp. Oh, you know what? I kind of like this one and this one. Let's do both of those. Let's grab a stamp. Oops, not that stamping block. All right. And let's do that brown again. Let's see how that looks. It's okay. It's not full strength looking, but that's okay. Yeah, it's just going to be a background. That is okay with me. Let's grab another one. Grab my cloth. And give that a little bit of a wipe. All right, let's go with this one. Let's see if that's, yeah, I guess that's the right direction. Yeah, I'm not really whacked about this one on here. I don't like that side edge thing, but that's okay. I'll probably cover most of this up. All right. Let's go with this one. Not sure how it goes, but let's stamp it and we'll see. It goes that way. Okay. Okay. Let's just do that one on the last one. Okay, I just wanted to get a little something on the background. Let's put this away. Okay. Put all of these away. Grab my glue. Oh, I didn't have my pin in my glue. Oh, that's not good. I don't even know where the pin is. Let me see. Sometimes it's right over here. Nope. Oh my goodness. Let me see if it's even going to work. Oh, look at that. It is working. Wow. Pretty cool. Like that. Okay, so this goes on this. And I'm going to grab my cup and get a drink, so bear with me. Oh, goodness. It is so hot. I have to stay hydrated. Okay, that's one put together. And you know, I lug my water bottles around and I'm constantly refilling them, which is a good thing. Let's see, I need this one. So I'm staying hydrated, but it's still crazy hot. So I hope you all are staying hydrated as well. Okay, there's that one. My son wanted chicken parmesan for dinner tonight, so I thought I had chicken in the freezer. Pulled the chicken out, said, yep, I'll make you chicken parmesan with turkey cutlets. I said, how about I make this with stuffing and gravy? And he's like, okay. So we had that instead. Quick change of plans. So we're going to go to Costco tomorrow. Told him I'd get him some chicken at Costco. I love that Costco chicken. Quick, easy, delicious, and cheap. It's $5. So if you don't have a Costco, it's a $5 chicken, whole chicken, already cooked. Okay, there's that one. So we have all four. of these done so far. This is just the so far part. Okay, where's this? Is the next thing I wanted. This is my 2.5 inch. Let me grab my paper. I have some paper from my, I'm going to use this one, from my gel plate, from making splatters, from doing all that fun stuff. So let's use this one, and we're going to cut this into circles. Kind of looks like a duck. Does that look like a duck to you? And you know what? I can even use that. Get my paper cutter. Let's see. Should I cut more off the edge? Let me cut more off the edge. Let's see if I can easily. I don't know. Without ruining it. Let's see. There. Okay, I'll use that one. And where did I just... Oh, here it is. Let's just make a couple more. And for continuity, we are going to do the edges with the brown. Now, here it is. I have this one, which is a smaller one. Now we're going to make some black circles. I know, the paper's probably getting in the way of the camera, but it is what it is. Alright, let's go. Getting stuck. Alright, if I need more, I will make more. So that one is my 1.5 inch. Okay, let's make a pile here. Okay, these I want to edge. Because they're a little brighter than some of the other stuff. So by doing the brown edging, I'm hoping it will just kind of keep it, you know, a little more coordinated. Oh, there's the duck one. I'm telling you, that looks like a duck to me. There's that. This is the one I didn't really care for. So if I put that there, I might do that, but I might want to edge it first. All right, let's do these first. Do the duck one. All right, let's get some of these things glued down. Then I can decorate them. Whoops. It's just a matter of sort of layering. Grouping, layering, clustering. I like working with circles. It's sort of a nice basic shape, and it just works. And I'm just offsetting these. There. Probably should have done it reverse, but that's okay. They're matchy-matchy. All right. Get these stuck down there. Whoops, I don't want to cover the duck. I like the duck. There's that one. Now, this one, do a little bit of inking, and then we'll glue this one down. A little bit more inking on this one. I am not a fan of the heat. Oof. It is not. I mean, last summer was hot like this, but it's not normally hot like this. I just, oof, can't deal. And I've been buying those solar rechargeable fans, or the USB rechargeable fans, because I lose power here a lot, and when I lose power I cannot be without a fan. And we lost power, was it 2 weeks ago? I think it was. And we were without power for quite a few hours throughout the night, and I was very grateful that had my fans, my rechargeable fans. Ooh, I used those. We'll do one more. So if you are like me, those fans are great. In fact, I just got one from my mom. It's this one. Now let me turn it off so I can show you. So it's this fan. It has, this lights up. I won't turn it on. And then you can set the timer for how long you want it set for. So it's a fan, it's a light, and it's solar rechargeable. It's USB rechargeable, and I can charge a phone off of it as well. Let me turn it back on so it can be on me. I'm loving it. That's a fun one. In fact, I just bought myself another one because I was so impressed. And I told a couple friends of mine about it. I'm like, you have to get this fan. And they're like, we already have that fan. I'm like, okay, good. So now I know it's a good fan. Bringing my mom's to her tomorrow. Okay, now let's do some stickers and all that fun stuff in here. So should we do some flowers? Should we do some bugs? I think this one we're gonna do bugs. I have my bug stickers here. So I've been a little preoccupied with my fans because I need to be. And I'm very happy. Here, we'll do this one like this. And I use them when I sleep too, my fans. I'm loving these bug stickers. I have used these in a lot of projects now. You know what? We'll have him go this way. Yeah. And let's see. Normally I like coordinating things. So that's a wide one, that's a wide one, that's a skinny one. Should we do some bugs on this? Let's do some bugs on this one. I'm saving the colorful bugs because I think I'm going to do some jewelry with those. So my son got a job. I started talking about that in yesterday's video. He just got hired. So it's funny. He has applied for dozens upon dozens of jobs. So this baloney that people don't want to work is baloney. My son wants to work. Nobody was calling him back. He was getting extremely discouraged. So he decided, you know what, I'm going to apply at Whole Foods. He wanted to work with cars. He was applying for like every car thing, tire thing. I'm going to use these. These are pretty. And nobody was calling him back or anything. And he's been looking since he graduated high school. So he's been on it. So he decided, okay, I'll apply to Walmart. I mean, not Walmart, to Whole Foods. So he applied to Whole Foods. Oops. He sent in the application. They immediately contacted him and said, we'd like to set up an interview with you. And 2 days later, he went in for the interview. See, I still have the duck because I like the duck. So he goes for the interview. He's sitting in the interview and he's facing the window that looks outside. And while the manager is interviewing him, he said he was 10 minutes into the interview. He says, I don't mean to interrupt you, but a lady just collapsed in the parking lot. And so the manager goes running out there. This poor older woman had heat stroke and passed out in the parking lot of Whole Foods. So they called the ambulance for her and everything. So, you know, if my son hadn't have said something, who knows when the manager would have found out that this woman, I mean, I'm sure she would have found out, but, you know, my son's like, So she went running out, helped her. They called the ambulance. She went in the ambulance. So he's like, okay, that was a little weird. So the interview took a little bit of a time because when she came back, she continued the interview. And then she hired him on the spot. So he was interviewing to be a personal shopper. And he says to the lady, because, you know, I said, make sure you tell this woman I have food allergies and I know how to shop for somebody that has food allergies. You know, the personal shopper is if somebody like places an order online, you purchase their things. So he's like, I have food allergies. We have been shopping in this store since I was a baby. And I mean, it's all the truth. So they were impressed enough. They hired him on the spot. I'm so happy. So they have to do a background check. I mean, everybody does. So once that's done, he's gonna start working. So I'm very proud of him. They said he's also going to be doing the register and he'll probably have to like get carts sometimes. So he's like, okay. I said, well, they're teaching you to do multiple things. That's good. He's starting at part-time, but he did make it clear he wants full-time. So I think he will move to full-time quickly and easily. I think I'm going to do some flowers with these bugs. So very happy for him. It's not the job that he wanted, but I said, you know, you can move up in any of these jobs. You can move up and you can sort of make anything a career nowadays. So, you know, he really had his heart set on working with cars, and I understand that. Still can. So that's kind of where he's at. But I'm very happy for him. It's a decent rate of pay. I don't know that it's necessarily a living wage, but it's a decent rate of pay. It's a starting point, is what it is. And I think he acknowledges that. So, yeah. And he gets a discount. I was like, oh, that's the best part. If I had known that, I would have sent him there sooner. So I put those leaves on. I don't know, can you see them? Yeah. So hopefully it won't take too long to do a background check. I mean, I know sometimes some of these things can take weeks, but these places claim they're desperate for help too. I mean, his background check will be clear. I cannot get this sticker out of here. I don't think it's a pre-cut one. No, it's not. Ugh. I don't like it when they're not pre-cut. All right, we'll go to this one. So I'm super happy for him. I said, let's go out to eat and we'll celebrate. I offered to get some takeout Chinese. He's like, no, I don't want to drive there. And neither did I. So I said, all right, how about I take you to Five Guys? Not exactly what he had in mind, but he's like, okay, let's go to Five Guys. So we're going to do that tomorrow. I want to add some of these things. Some more stamps. I know it's crinkly, and I'm wearing my original headphones. So it's got some crinkle. Okay, we're not using those. We will line this up. There. You know what? Let's use the black. Test it. Something's up with that 5. Oh. Okay, there's that. So we're gonna kind of add a whole bunch of stuff to make these clusters. Let's do this one that says number. Okay. Let's see. I kind of like this signature looking one. Let me test it. Let's see. All right, we'll do that. All right, now let's do it's upside down. Let's do this identification one. Of course, I'm running out of space. do it on the sides. Okay. And then let's do a little number to go with that. Do that number. Whoops. Doing it sideways, which is okay. Okay. I'm good with those. Clean off my block. I need to grab another drink. Hold on. Ooh. I don't know how I'm not floating away from drinking so much water today. But that's okay. Next thing I want to do is find it. I think, yeah, this is the one where I have all my little curator bits. And I don't think I'm going to edge these. I'm just doing layers upon layers. Probably would look better if I edged it. Yeah, well. Just do it like that. So tomorrow we're going to Five Guys. I love Five Guys. They have that machine where you can mix all the drinks. You know, my dad used to do that when my dad was alive, and I used to make fun of him. Like, some of those look really disgusting. I totally get it now. That's what I do. I mean, it's kind of fun trying, like, all these different drinks. Things that I would never in a million years buy. So, I get it. It's fun. And my son has been allergic to dairy his whole life. And we used to reintroduce certain foods with the supervision of his different doctors. I know the drill. I know what to look for. I've done it for years with him. He's had copious amounts of allergies. And there are certain foods you reintroduce and certain foods you don't reintroduce without very close supervision. And when he turned 18, soon after, he said to me, you know, can I try reintroducing dairy? And I thought, oh my goodness, I am not a fan of this, but I figured, okay, you're 18. Learn what it's like when you can't take the foods. You know, he doesn't remember all that because he was young. I mean, some of the foods he remembers reintroducing. Some of it he doesn't. So I said, you know what, if you want to reintroduce that, we're going to go very slow. You're going to do certain foods, but not do certain other foods. Like, you're not going to drink milk, but you can have some aged cheeses. I mean, I knew the drill. You can have things with milk baked into it. Some of the safer milk things. Cow milk things. So, okay, he agreed. Wow, he has done so well with that. I am both shocked and extremely jealous, but very, very happy for him. My goodness. So he's been doing this almost 2 months now. And, you know, he's tried like chips or certain cheeses or certain cookies. Like, there's different things. Like, he's never had a Hershey's Kiss. So he's like, I want to try those. I said, okay, you can try those. I didn't think he was going to like it because most of the candy he's trying, he has not liked. I fed him the good stuff all these years. And he's like, yeah, I like the dairy-free stuff better on some of these things. But he tried a Hershey Kiss the other day. It was a Cinnamon Toast Crunch. And I thought, you're not going to like that because you don't like all that artificial flavor stuff. Well, he loved it. I was shocked. I was like, okay. Well, that's cool that you like that. You know, it's giving him more things to eat. You know, we always used to make a big deal when he was younger. New foods. New foods. We get to try a new food, a new fruit, a new veggie, a new food. Anything new I made a very big deal over because we were so limited. That when there was something new and exciting, I made it new and exciting. So he is still having fun trying all these new foods. And I have said no to drinking just like a cup of milk, regular milk. But he has tried some different pre-made teas that have milk in it. And just a little bit of milk in it because I read the ingredient list, and if it's milk is low down on the ingredient list, I'm like, okay, you can try this one. I've been very picky. And you know, like, he's tried Cabot cheese over some of the others, and he's tried like a couple different cheese brands, and he's like, this is terrible. I'm like, yep. I didn't think you would like it, but it's worth a try to know whether you like it or don't like it. And for the most part, he's liking it. So tomorrow, when we go to Trader Joe's, he's like, I think I'd like to try cheese on my hamburger tomorrow at Trader Joe's. You know, I use dairy-free cheese. I use vegan cheese. Or we do sheep or goat cheese. Those are the cheeses that we've sort of eaten over the years. He's like, I've never had that sort of orange, I call it plastic cheese. He's like, I've never tried that. I think I want to try that on my hamburger. I said, okay, you can try that. We are celebrating you. So if you would like to try that, go ahead and do that. So that's his new food for tomorrow. And once again, I'm super happy for him. It's kind of opened up a huge amount of new things for him. And he has 2 little tiny mini refrigerators. My mother has bought him both of these over the years. And he's always kept them in his room by his bed. And he keeps drinks in it. You know, when you're somebody that has major stomach problems, sometimes all you can do is have something to drink. So he's always kept these little refrigerators with different drinks. And he has one in his bedroom and one in the living room right next to the couch. He keeps all the condiments and some drinks in that one. That one's a bigger one for him. Kid's crazy, but okay, whatever. If it makes him happy, whatever. So I have had the rule, you're not keeping that cheese in the big refrigerator, because I do not want to, by accident, take that and eat it by accident. And he's like, okay. So he's been keeping his cheese in his refrigerator for the most part. He did buy something that was a larger package, and I was like, all right, you can keep that in the big fridge. Because as much as I would like to try and reintroduce milk, I'm anaphylactic to milk. Cow milk. So he's been sort of following my rules pretty well. He's not really a rule breaker. He's a pretty good kid. And you're not putting that stuff in my pans. My pans are staying dairy-free. My rule is, if you want to melt cheese, your cheese on something, you can put it in the toaster oven, but you have to put it in foil, not on my dishes, not on my pans, all of that type of stuff. And he understands. He understands that. He has to keep me safe, too. He has his own bucket to keep his snacks in, especially now that he's getting, like, the chips and all that stuff with milk in it. I don't know, I feel like this one needs a little bit more. So let's do a little bit more. So I'm very happy for him. I am super jealous. Oh, do I wish I could do that? Big time. But I'm happy he can. And he's really having fun with it. But he has said to me multiple times, he's like, I really don't like some of these cheeses. He's like, they're kind of crappy. He says, the stuff you've been giving me over the years tastes so much better than this. I said, yeah, I've been giving you the good stuff. Like, we go to Whole Foods, go to the cheese counter, and we try different goat cheese or sheep cheese. The good stuff. Made from, like, local farms and, you know, good stuff. So he acknowledges that I have made sure he has not gone without all these years. And luckily, both of us have really similar allergies. It's just I was so exposed to milk as a kid when I kept saying, it's making me sick, it's making me sick. And the doctors were saying, no, it's all in your head. You know, if I could go back now and kick those doctors in the head, I certainly would. So I got exposed to so much more that now I am anaphylactic. So I don't think there's any coming back from that. Whereas my son was not exposed to it. And I made sure of it. It's the overexposure that can cause that sort of bigger degree of reaction. And I certainly had that. You know, when I was looking for a doctor for my son, almost 19 years ago, one of my questions, this is while I was pregnant with him, one of my questions was, do you believe in food allergies? Because I knew at the time, not all doctors did believe in food allergies. And I wasn't going to go to somebody that didn't, because I dealt with that crap myself when I was growing up. And I knew that if I had those allergies, chances are he was going to have them, and I was right. I mean, doctors laugh and joke that we are almost identical in what we're actually allergic to. He comes up as allergic to milk, but he has done so well with this reintroduction of it. And I've told him, you know, this could change at any time. Anytime your luck can run out on this. So he's kind of enjoying it now while he can. I mean, I'm not trying to be a gloomy Gus, but I'm being realistic. And he needs to know that's a probability. Not that I'm wishing it on him, because I'm certainly not. So, fingers crossed for him. Oops. He's a good kid. All right, I think we're going to be done there with that one. I don't know if I debated putting on these was like the paper dolls. Where do I? My container. Oh, my container's right here. I don't know if... No, I don't like that. Never mind. Forget the paper doll. I do have my wax seals. No, I don't want that one. I want this one. Kind of not feeling that either. All right, I'll just do two. And where is my tape? Here it is. I'm going to do the double-sided tape and the glue. Where did I just have that? I think I just had it right here. And if you didn't see my video on making the wax seals, go check that out. Actually, that stuck really well. Yep. This is on the duck one. And we'll do one on this one. Come on, why are you not ripping? There you go. We'll add some glue. So make sure it's double stuck. There. A little bit of the powder's coming off that I colored it with. Not too bad. All right. You know, I'm thinking I'm kind of done with these. Let me put this away. Although, wait a minute. I have more bling. Hold on. Whoops. There goes my stencils. All right, let's get some bling. Okay. Let's put this one at the top opposite of the wax seal. There. Put this one right here. These. Let's put one right here. And let's put one right here. Okay. So let's go through and look at them. So we have this one, which coordinates with this one. And then we have these two that, in my mind, coordinate. So we have 4 done. Awesome. I am happy with that. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I would really appreciate it. Take care and be free.